I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, but I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
Yeah, I know you said like he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
But weight classes,
he's the most composed guy.
Yeah.
What, you don't think he'll be prepared?
Boxing insiders aren't just picking Crawford to take on Canelo Alvarez. They're saying he'll finish him. Some are so sure about Crawford's speed, ring IQ, and power, they're calling it now a knockout in the 9th round. That's a bold prediction, and with that kind of talk going around, fans and analysts are bracing themselves for what could be one of the biggest upsets boxing's ever seen. Let's break it down.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terrence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first, it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terrence Crawford. It would be like Terrence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terrence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Crawford isn't shy about his confidence. He said straight up that none of Canelo's past opponents have the kind of skill he brings. On the Pound for Pound podcast, Crawford made it clear that's what gives him the upper hand.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you named is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
But not everyone's convinced. Former sparring partner Corin Davis says skill won't matter as much as size and body type. He thinks that's where the fight could shift. Abel Sanchez, who once coached GGG, agreed. He warned that jumping to weight classes might backfire for Crawford, especially if Canelo lands those hard body shots. On the other hand, experts like Teddy Atlas and Shannon Briggs believe Crawford's brain gives him the edge. Atlas called him a master at adapting.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moved up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Teddy Atlas respects what Alvarez has done, but he believes Crawford is operating on another level. He says Alvarez doesn't dominate the way he used to. According to Atlas, Canelo's physical form and in-ring sharpness have started to fade. He's still dangerous, but not as explosive. Meanwhile, Crawford looks as sharp as ever, quick, accurate, and smart, which makes him stand out among today's best fighters.
All right, everyone. We are 1 week removed from Canelo Alvarez, the 168-pound King's title defense versus William Skull. Now that we've had a week to digest it, I just want to get your early thoughts. Las Vegas, Nevada, Legion Stadium, Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds. Let's just hear your early thoughts and your preview for this mega fight.
Pretty much the same as it was a long time ago when they first announced this fight, and everybody thought I was crazy, which they often think. What are you going to do? They thought I was whatever. Come on. I like Crawford. I like Crawford then. I like him now. I liked him before Canelo looked not so good in his last fight, obviously. I thought it was going to be... I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. And I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm, but chilly cold, where you can see things other people don't see and react to it. Just, I know he didn't have a great performance when he moved up to 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult style.
Amir Khan also chimed in with his take. He's faced Canelo and sparred with Crawford, so he's got a unique view. Khan said Crawford is quicker, smarter, and more adaptable. Sure, Canelo has power and tons of experience, but Khan calls Crawford the most complete fighter he's seen. He can change stances, control distance, and adjust on the fly. While Canelo is deadly early, Khan believes Crawford's precision and timing become more dangerous as the rounds go on.
You fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you can see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Trainer Stephen Bredman Edwards gave his breakdown to he believes Crawford's ability to adjust mid-fight is what separates him. Crawford doesn't need to be stronger, Bredman said. He just needs to be smarter, and he is. He pointed to how Canelo struggles against smart, mobile fighters like Mayweather and Bivol. Crawford has both those traits. Add in Crawford's endurance and killer instinct, and Bredman sees a late stoppage coming. Crawford's just a bad matchup for Canelo.
Crawford's adjustments in fights are so underrated. He is a master adjuster. He finds something in every fight and just goes with it. That last fight, people talk about he struggled. You know what he found that last fight? A simple jab. He just started beating the guy up with a jab. He finds something in every fight. And he don't fight a lazy fight. Canelo, for as good as he is, he hasn't stopped anybody since 2021. That's 4 years. You know why? Because he gets a little tired and he gets like a little bit complacent. He's a power puncher.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back either. He said Canelo is making a big mistake going after Crawford. Smith thinks Crawford's speed, IQ, and versatility make him way too risky an opponent.
He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Paulo couldn't do it and lost fight #2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small. No doubt boxing skills are sublime. No doubt he's pound for pound one of the best on the planet Earth. Crawford is the real deal. The real deal. And him and Charlo is the fight I want to see. Him and Charlo is the right fight I want to see. But y'all gonna stop holding it against Charlo. When you hit somebody and you know you can't hurt them and they keep coming, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, praised Crawford's technical skills but also issued a warning. He told Essentially Sports that while Crawford's switch hitting and IQ are top tier, the jump to super middleweight is huge. Crawford's tools give him a real shot, but Jeff stressed this: you don't trade punches with someone like Canelo. Crawford has the edge in skill, but to win, he'll have to follow the perfect game plan. It's not just about talent, it's about execution.
It's kind of tough, but if anybody can do it, I think it would be Terrence Crawford. I mean, skill-wise, I think he's a better fighter than Canelo, but Canelo is also a great fighter but he owns that weight class that he's in. So I would just say that I think that Crawford has to fight almost a perfect fight to win. And take advantage of Canelo's mistakes.
Yeah, so we have, is it almost kind of a battle of, we have two guys, obviously the best, two of the best 3 or 4 boxers in the sport, regardless of weight class, but which one is closer to the version of their prime, right? They're both getting older. I mean, they're both still, very, very good at this point, but do you think maybe one of them it's time for them to start falling off, and that might be the difference in this fight, that one starts to trail off a little bit?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, both guys are aging, and you never know. You never know when they're going to show their age. So it could be either one of them that does that. But I mean, I just lean to a Crawford because I just see dude has so many skills, and I mean, I just see that him possibly winning the fight by decision, but could also lose a close decision.
Canelo's recent showing against William Skull had fans and analysts raising eyebrows. He only landed 152 punches in 12 rounds, one of the lowest counts ever. He looked off rhythm, struggled to cut the ring, and his footwork just wasn't there. Skull moved freely while Canelo looked unsure. Critics started questioning whether Canelo can still control the pace in high-level fights. And against a fighter,
Joe was saying that one of Canelo's biggest strengths is his legs. It generates power and it helps with his punch resistance. Well, those legs are sliding and that power is diminishing. Canelo hasn't had a stoppage win now since he knocked out Caleb Plant in 2021. And yeah, he's dropped some of these guys, but he's not been able to step on the gas and finish them. He's not been able to go through the gears. His gas tank, you can put that into question as well. And Canelo Alvarez, come July, be 35 years old. So he is, look, Canelo's been around so long and his real prime was in his mid-20s. So we associate Canelo, mid-20s to early 30s. So we kind of associate Canelo with that. I don't want to say ever young, but he is still young, just not in boxing senses. But he's been around so long, 20 years a pro, and he's been at world levels for probably 15 of those. You're going to expect some slippage. And I think in this fight, an opponent, it was very negative, yes, but an opponent who Canelo Alvarez of 5 years ago would have handled, and he did handle him, but you know what I mean? He probably would have put some damage on William Skull. He didn't do anything. He didn't look good. And William Skull played his part in that, it has to be said. As I said, you fight that negative, there's only so much you can really do, Even if you're Canelo Alvarez, even if you are Alexander Usyk, if you've got a fighter who is just going into this fight with one mindset, I want to go 12 rounds. I'll give you an example, Naoya Inoue.
Shane Mosley didn't even talk about Canelo. He went back to the Crawford-Spence fight. Mosley said Crawford would beat an improved Spence just as easily. He felt Spence looked drained and stiff at the weight. Even if Spence made improvements, Crawford's rhythm, power, and ring IQ would still be too much. Mosley said Spence's style depends too much on size and pressure. Crawford, on the other hand, has the tools to adjust. Mosley's advice, Spence should move up instead of chasing a rematch. He's not built to deal with what Crawford brings.
I just think that Crawford has more rhythm, more movement, more stuff. And not just having more movement, more stuff, he has the power, and everything just to be one of those great fighters. He has everything. And if you have Spence is not one-dimensional, but in that fight, he was really one-dimensional, really stiff. And if they looked like they had really a lot of problems trying to get down to his weight, didn't have enough time to work on stuff they need to work on to, attack Crawford or to do anything to Crawford. And then when they got in the ring, he was so weak. Crawford dropping him with right jabs. We're like, dang, just dropping him.
As Crawford gears up for the biggest fight of his life, he's getting help from one of the best minds in the sport, Andre Ward. Known for his discipline and sharp fight IQ, Ward is helping Crawford fine-tune both his body and mind. Their work isn't just about getting in shape, it's about strategy. Ward's been in tough fights against strong opponents before, and now he's passing that knowledge on. Together, they're working on how to disrupt Canelo's rhythm and take control of the pace from round one.
Right. As you see, iron sharpening iron. 2 legends, 1 retired, 2 division undefeated Olympic gold medalist, first ballot Hall of Famer, Andre SOG Ward, helping and training with 3 division world champion, 2 division undisputed world champion, and the reigning pound for pound king and future first ballot Hall of Famer, Terrence Bud Crawford, as Terrence Crawford is preparing to become a 4 division world champion August 3rd when he faces off against WBA super welterweight, junior middleweight world champion Israel Majumov. And the WBO title will be on the line as well. This is epic. There's shadow boxing. Terrence Crawford in southpaw stance. As you see, Andre Ward in the orthodox stance. Many people starting to speculate is
Crawford brings sharp timing and smart switch hitting. Canelo brings strength, grit, and championship experience. But according to most experts, Crawford's skills give him the upper hand. That doesn't mean Canelo's out of it. Not by a long shot. His power and know-how make him dangerous at any moment. But when it comes to footwork, timing, and thinking on the fly, Crawford might just have the edge.
Going up and becoming undisputed against Canelo. Come on, man. I'm flying in the sunset, man. Thank you, boxing God.
That would be it?
That would be it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it for me. I didn't accomplish everything there is to accomplish in the sport of boxing. You know, there's really nothing for me to accomplish right now. Like anything, it's about the money now. It's about the money. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not, but the money and to beat Canelo, if that fight was ever to happen, come on, man. Y'all better leave me alone. Y'all better leave me alone, man. Call me, you know what I mean? Yeah. TBC, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what I've been thinking about. I don't know why. You know, I was just like, man, the last few days I was like, man, I don't know if it's God talking to me or what, but that's a fight that if he win, Canelo win, then yeah, I'm gonna try to pursue that.
I love that. I love that mentality. I do. I love it. I love it. Because that's where it's at. That's what makes all-time greats.
Yeah.